guys, you are now tuned into the Friday Night Smackdown post-show live discussion here on the Casual Wrestling YouTube channel. I am your host for the night, the notorious Nerdy D, joined by my beautiful and talented wife, Level Up Lauren.
What's up, y'all?
If you are new to this community, this is a participation show. We want you guys to drop your opinions and questions in the chat. The YouTube memberships are live. Housekeeping before we get started, we are going to be doing a Bad Blood post-show 5 minutes after Bad Blood ends. There will be nothing during the premium live event, just a post-show hangout to kind of tie up everything that happened during the show after it ends, and then we'll go from there, and we can do a baddie of the night and stuff like that, but it'll be just kind of a post-show hangout, not as much of a watch-along as we usually do. Let's start off with our icebreaker tonight. Lauren, we're asking the question. You just walked in.
Yes, I
so
did.
you know nothing.
I know nothing, Jon
You didn't
Snow.
get to watch. You didn't get to see the Discord conversation, so you don't really have an idea of what we're going to be talking about, but you can hang out as well. Did I rearrange the studio again? I changed desk. I switched the desk and added some more stuff behind me to the shelves. I'm lower down. The other one, I would felt sick after every podcast, sitting on that high ass chair. It was because I would lean a certain way, and so my stomach would hurt. Move. Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that chair. So that's what's happened. Wavy D is I switched up some things, rearranged some lights, put some things in different places. And so yeah, so it's a little different. It's not much different. I got some new monitor stands and shit like that.
And women say men don't notice shit.
But the icebreaker tonight, Lauren, was
wait.
there's discussion in the Discord. Is Bayley not a baddie anymore?
Oh.
Has Bayley lost her baddie status? Now We Too Deep is saying no chance. Bayley's still a baddie. But Mike, who was a known Bayley supporter, is starting to talk about Bayley possibly having lost her baddie status. Now, Bobby Sherwood saying Bayley never had baddie status. Where do you fall on the Bayley baddie status?
My honest opinion?
Yeah, I want your honest opinion. Where do you fall as far as that goes?
Bayley was never on the baddie status.
Ooh.
Even as Hugger Bayley.
Okay.
She was maybe on the supporting actress status. Like in a Disney show, there was always the quirky best friend.
You're saying tier 2.
That was kind of
she's
fuggo.
One step
maybe
down.
kind of cute. You're like, oh, they're cute. But are they fuggo? I don't know. You know?
You're telling me Bayley's one
She's
step
on that
down.
line. Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't like this.
Interesting. So you're not giving Bayley, you're not giving her baddie status ever.
No, she's got a big butt though.
Bobby,
I'll give her that.
Okay. So but to be a baddie, you got to have the complete package, right?
It's a butterface.
Wavy D saying, was Bayley ever a baddie? Or just an occasional pretty girl who has a fatty? Wavy D's dropping bars tonight. I like
it.
Wavy D's on fire. Wavy D stood on business in the Discord tonight.
I missed it all, guys.
There was a lot of hate over the baddie of the night list, and Wavy D stood on business. I think he's had enough of our shit.
Oh, I didn't get to see who I needed to vote for. Is it up?
No, I'll put it up right now. But Wavy D's had enough of our shit, and he finally laid it down. All
right.
He was throwing it out tonight.
Down.
All right, let me see. Baddie of the night.
Baddie of the night. So I have no idea what happened tonight. I'm excited to see.
Good Smackdown.
What y'all have
good
to
Smackdown.
say.
We'll get into it in just a second here. We got
Chelsea
the clear
not on
winner.
The list. I refuse to vote.
Jade.
That was the weirdest laugh. Like a weirdo.
Lots of baddies tonight. That was the controversy.
Oh, okay.
The controversy was there was a lot of different women on SmackDown tonight, and a lot of different people had different opinions of who should and shouldn't be on the baddie list tonight. And so the official baddie list ended up being Jade, Bianca, Naomi,
8 out of 10?
and Tiffany. Mr. 8 out of 10. So my initial reaction to SmackDown, 7 out of 10 is what I gave it.
Better than it's been in a long time.
Great SmackDown. It was a great SmackDown. There was a lot didn't feel like a go home show to me. Felt like a SmackDown of the past. Good anticipation. We had quite a few different matches, quite a few things that we were anticipating. Bobby Sherwood telling you Michin didn't look as good tonight.
Did she have blue back in her hair?
No, she just, to me, Michin needs a little bit of color in her outfit. She was wearing camo shorts and a green t-shirt. And so I think she looked a little bit washed out, it would be my opinion.
Do a color analysis, girl. On
Michin. But yeah, 6. I said 7 out of 10. I see some 6 out of 10s in chat. I saw Wavy D. I don't ever know if Wavy D is being serious or if he's fucking around with his 8 out of 10. But I wouldn't be mad at somebody giving an 8 out of 10 tonight because it felt like a SmackDown that we could be proud of. It felt like Triple H just getting his shit together and bringing it back around. Oh, by the way, yeah, Mike letting it be known, Piper was pretty much wearing a beekeeper suit tonight.
Shut up.
Didn't make a lot of sense. Bobby Sherwood says 8 out of 10. Keep in mind, this is SmackDown, not a PLE.
So was this,
I agree. 7.7 is fair. No? Was this what?
Was this pre-recorded?
No. This was live. It was in Atlanta,
Georgia.
We can start by talking about
what happened?
The main event. So the main event was a triple threat tag team championship match between the Street Profits, DIY, and Tama Tonga and Tongaloa of the Bloodline. And I had written down here, I was all ready to go. I was ready to throw a Street Profits celebration tonight because I thought ultimately that's what we were getting. I thought for sure tonight we were leaving with the Street Profits as WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and that's not the case anymore.
What happened?
That's not happening. We got the Bloodline retaining the tag team titles once again.
Still?
Yes, still. Now, I had written down just in case the Bloodline won, I was going to stress the pointlessness of having this match, except for the fact this was a really good match tonight. That was a extreme. If you were going to have the Bloodline win that match, that's the way you do it. It was booked incredibly well. I thought it was an extremely good match. I thought the Bloodline came out looking strong. They get a clean win. I don't think it hurt the Street Profits that bad. And DIY, I feel like they're buried anyway, so I didn't really care what happened to them. I put DIY on life support a long time ago. But the important question I have, this is a real question I have moving forward right now is, what does this mean for Montez Ford? Because we get what this means for the Bloodline, right? Bloodline continues to look strong. We can continue doing the Bloodline thing as we move forward. But what does this mean for Montez Ford? Because I know We Too Deep, I know myself, I really felt like this was the moment that the Street Profits got back on top. But if Montez can't even become tag team champion again, at 34 years old, is it time to put Montez Ford's individual career on life support?
I mean, because there's so many new up and coming kids.
Well, it just feels. I saw Deep. I saw that he doesn't want to leave Dawkins behind, which is fine. But at some point, you can't be tag team champion forever. And it's clear. It is clear at this point that WWE is just not sold on the Street Profits. Just running away the way that the Usos did, running away the way that the New Day did. It doesn't feel like he has the same kind of love for the Street Profits.
Do you think that they could just make like Dawkins his manager? Why wouldn't they just go that route? Like if they still wanted to keep them together, but not like as a tag team.
So what We Too Deep said is I don't think it's Dawkins. I think Montez has openly stated he doesn't want to leave Dawkins behind. And I get what you're saying. I just don't know that Dawkins is good. He's not bad. So I don't know. He doesn't need to be made a manager. I see Mike saying, "Hear me out, nerdy. The Profits get split up at the draft. That's fine. But when is the draft? When are we coming back around to a draft? Because that's probably not happening until after WrestleMania. So The problem is that's a long time. Like SmackDown, Montez could be the face of SmackDown. It's very like the field is open right now.
Yeah,
When you look,
good personality.
you
man.
look at the way the show opened, you look at everybody who wrestled tonight, and I dare somebody to find me somebody who's more impressive than Montez Ford. Because the things Montez does in the ring are absolutely insane. He did a flip over the top of the ropes. He just does it better than everybody else. He did a flip over a ladder off the top rope, which could have gone extremely bad, but he pulled it off, and once again, extremely impressive. I think at 34 years old, we have to start being realistic. And with his unwillingness to just become a singles wrestler, we have to be realistic with the idea that we might have to put Montez Ford individual career on life support. It just may never be a thing. And then you have to ask the question, is that one of the biggest what ifs that have ever happened in WWE? Because like we say, he has every intangible to be the guy. I'm talking top guy. I don't see anything in Cody Rhodes right now that Montez Ford can't or isn't capable of doing.
Well,
and so that, to me, that's a huge what if.
his personality outshines Cody Rhodes to me. Like if you went personality versus personality, I think that he could win a crowd over easily.
I agree.
If given the right opportunity, which he does it anyways, just with the little bits that he's given.
No, I agree. Like that's, to me, I see like T-Squire saying it's time to go ahead and get that singles run. But Dawkins will be okay. He's a perfectly serviceable big man.
Yeah.
And like you said, he can still be around while Montez does his thing. We've seen this with the New Day, where one guy kind of splits off and has his time in the sun. The problem is with Montez's mentality here of going, I'm not going to leave Dawkins behind. That would be great if that meant that the Street Profits were just ultimately seeing success. And Montez was like, look, I'm completely content being just this great tag team champion. The problem is, once again, there's no light at the end of the tunnel for the Street Profits to me. Like, I don't believe that Triple H has it in the play. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this was just a holding to keep the titles on the bloodline for a little bit until we get to a point where we can put them on the Street Profits. All right, cool. Then it's all a mute point if that's what's happening. But it looks to me like Triple H is comfortable with the bloodline being the feature of SmackDown and holding these titles, that he likes those optics.
Yeah.
We Too Deep says, to be fair, Doc took 5 years to find a gimmick that stuck. I was watching
So were
Doc.
they separate and then they came together?
What do you mean?
Like at what point did their tag team come together? Was it
In NXT.
an accident?
No, I don't know if it was. I was reading. I was watching Doc in a squash match in NXT in 2014. He will be on the unemployment line in 6 months after they split. Interesting. I've never seen Doc in solo, so maybe that's a real thing. I feel like he's serviceable enough. I feel like he seems to be a likable enough guy that you don't have to get rid of him that quick. Wavy D says, if I'm Triple H, I'm just saying fuck it and lock Ford and Dawkins into 5-year careers and then separating them and tell them to get over it. That is why Vince is the best booker of all time. All right, I know there's satire there. I know that's not 100% serious, but I think somebody needs to get into the ear of Montez Ford at some point and say, you got to pull the trigger. You got to go do it. You got to go after the big titles. You got to go after.
Bianca sees what's her name as like a brother figure, so.
What's that?
Right? Didn't she say like on the show like he's kind of like their brother?
Yeah, I'm sure, but hey, brothers like to see other brothers. I'm sure Jimmy's happy right now that Jay's getting over. I think at a certain point it's sink or swim, and at a certain point Dawkins has to be the one who steps up and goes, "No, bro, go get what's yours. Like, go get the titles. Go do that thing. I'll be here. We can circle back around to this later." Mm-hmm. Mike says Dawkins could pair off with someone else, honestly. Maybe Trick if he got called up. Yeah, true, 100%. Like, Dawkins is a serviceable, especially in a tag team.
He's a good sidekick.
Here's my problem. This is my problem. The real problem. If we're talking about the fact that if Dawkins didn't have Montez Ford, he's gone in 6 months, then get rid of him now. Don't keep him to keep Montez happy. Don't keep him to weigh Montez down. Just get rid of him then. But I believe Montez can survive. I truly do. I think he'll be okay. I think that the reality is, though, the Street Profits not winning tonight is a little bit telling. It's telling that Triple H is stuck to his guns. Because I even all week I saw articles and people in different, forums and different wrestling communities talking about, oh, look, WWE's been made aware that they have a booking problem with black wrestlers. Like, I saw that, and it was a talking point in a bunch of different communities. And so it's interesting to me that you have Montez Ford, who is probably the most potential in the company, and you don't pull the trigger. That, to me, I don't understand. Wavy D says, I don't understand why Montez can't do a 9 to 14 month single run and then reunite him. Yeah, why can't he circle back around? Mike, what you just said is literally what popped into my head. Why can't Dawkins fake an injury? Why can't Dawkins go down with an injury and Montez do a single run? I agree with that 100%. There's too many ways to get Montez into a single situation. It has to just be Montez Ford literally declining these options. Mm-hmm. And, when these stories, maybe they're brought to him and he's just like, no, I'm good. I'll stick with my boy Dawkins and we'll figure it out and we'll come back around. We'll get the tag team championships again. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But other than that tonight, question I have is, did we get enough from the Bloodline tonight to solidify the story that we're getting tomorrow at Bad Blood? With no Cody, with no Roman Reigns, are we sold that's the main event?
I forgot about it.
So I hear a lot of talk about that. I see a lot of people talking like, is this a mistake that this match is going to main event the show? Because I know there's a lot of people calling for CM Punk and Drew McIntyre to main event Bad Blood, which leads me to my next question, guys. Here's the question.
Hit me.
Is The Rock showing up at Bad Blood? On Pat McAfee, Cody Rhodes alluded to the fact that the big guy was coming back soon. Are we referring to The Rock there? This feels like a very weird time. I don't know. This is one of those moments to me. This is one of those moments in wrestling booking where if they just speed through this, if The Rock just shows up and attacks Roman Reigns, you missed out on so much storytelling. The big guy could... We Too Deep says the big guy could just be Ryback, which would ultimately be as big of a surprise as The Rock. Let's not kid ourselves. If Ryback shows up and attacks CM Punk,
why did they not like each other?
Oh no, they hate each other. Notoriously
because he said he dropped him on the floor or something.
Let's say Ryback shows up and attacks CM Punk. That could be the biggest story of the night. William Ude is saying there's reports that The Rock is in Georgia. I get nervous when I hear there's reports, right? Because earlier today I saw the Discord, people were reporting that Brock Lesnar was in Georgia, and then I saw other people disputing the fact that, well, that's an old photo, so it's hard to know who and what. It's also hard to know what is like. Are they trying to make us think Brock's there so that we think The Rock's not there? But I see people saying The Rock is at a high school football game in Georgia tonight. So we're pretty comfortable then in the idea that The Rock's probably coming back.
Yeah. And
if The Rock does come back tomorrow, I hope it's not to attack Roman Reigns.
Could it be John Cena?
What's that?
Could it be John Cena coming back?
No, it's not John. It's not Cena. It makes no sense to have Cena come back. I think it's The Rock. It makes sense. I think in reality, though, if The Rock comes back, he should attack Cody Rhodes, and let's get that over with. I've been a big proponent. Don't have that match before WrestleMania, but Triple H seems hell-bent on just kind of booking these matches and not giving a fuck how they implement things down the road. So I could see The Rock coming back and I don't know, but does he attack Cody? Look, Bad Blood's going to be fun. If nothing else, Mike said something earlier. Bad Blood's one of the first premium live events in a long time where I just absolutely don't know what's going to happen. And that's what makes for the most fun watching experience is that I don't know. Like all of the matches are pretty much 50-50. Anybody could win, anybody could lose. And including The Rock returning.
It's always fun to be surprised because there was a point where I just felt like we knew Roman was gonna win. Roman's gonna win. You know, you didn't have to guess.
Oh no, 100%. And I think it's even fun the idea that like even if we were under the assumption The Rock's coming back, what does that mean? I see Deep saying, well, fucking Jacob could turn on Solo. That could like there's so much that could happen that these pieces can fall into place. I think we'll have clarity. I think coming out of Bad Blood, we will have some clarity. We'll kind of know what's next for Cody. We'll start to see whatever it is for the bloodline. Maybe Jimmy shows up. Maybe they've been saving the Jimmy return for this Bad Blood. It could get interesting. It could get fun. I'm excited for Bad Blood. I really am.
What was it? Was it The Miz that had somebody who was like his twin or his bodyguard or something?
Yeah. What is that in reference to?
What if they had like a replacement Jimmy show up?
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. That's bad. Wavy D saying War Games is before Saudi, right? Yes, I believe so. Video package tomorrow with title implications according to Cody. I heard him say that. That didn't make sense to me.
Wait, what?
So Cody told Pat McAfee that there's going to be a video package during Bad Blood that has title implications. To me, that means it almost has to be Cody Roman. If you're just taking it at face value, that seems like the only video package that would make sense because you're probably not playing a video package after the main event. So is there a backroom deal that's been made between Roman and Cody? And also it could be something that plays into the story where it never happens. It could be, these could all be mind games being played.
So that we're talking about them right now?
Okay, so they're saying War Games is after Saudi. Is after Crown Jewel. Okay, so that makes sense. So Saudi, so then we need one more big main event for Saudi, and then War Games comes together. So there's still time to put the bloodline and stuff together. I guess I never thought of it that way. We still have time to get back around to a bloodline civil war if The Rock shows back up. So I'm more comfortable than I've been in a long time. AJ Styles came back tonight, Lauren.
My favorite wrestler.
AJ Styles came back. He was introduced by what's the country singer? Jack.
Dirk Bentley.
Sings Jack. What's that dude's name? Hardy?
Jack Hardy?
No, Jack. I don't think it's
His
Jack
name is
Hardy.
Hardy.
I think his name's Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was introduced by Hardy. Hardy's gained some weight. Hardy's a big boy.
He was already kind of a big
Was
boy.
he? Mm-hmm. He's a big boy. He's part of Team Fat. So Hardy introduced AJ Styles as the Phenomenal Forearm. So we kicked off SmackDown on fire.
How did he get those big forearms?
Well, so that's his finishing move is the Phenomenal Forearm. Mm-hmm. His nickname is the Phenomenal One.
Okay.
And so we started off with a little bit of a blunder there, but AJ Styles came back and like the brittle old man he is, he was in a match with Carmelo Hayes, and he ended up being injured during the match and limped his way out of the ring.
Like legit injured for real?
We don't know. It looks like it's storyline. I question the booking on this. This is interesting to me. I don't know why you hype up AJ Styles coming back. It's kind of built up as a feature. He comes back. He's in a match with Carmelo Hayes. He gets injured, hobbles back to the back, and then they actually have storyline beats that happen that show him injured. So I'm assuming it's storyline, but it's a little bit interesting. Wavy sources say it's a work. I think the fact that they're showing video packages of him like on the training table to me led me to believe it's a work. I don't know if I love the booking of AJ Styles coming back when we need somebody legitimate on SmackDown and him immediately being hurt.
Yeah, that is so weird.
I don't love that. And I get like y'all made sense in the Discord with
what does it make sense?
They made sense of like it's Carmelo Hayes, called him old, and it builds up Carmelo Hayes.
Got those old man bones.
And LA Knight was involved in the match, so it's LA Knight promised Carmelo Hayes a title match if he beat AJ Styles, which technically he beat AJ Styles because AJ couldn't finish. But when Carmelo went to go see Nick Aldis kind of waved him off. So it's just messy to me. What happened to just telling a fucking story? Just straight up and not... To me, sometimes it feels like everything needs to be like clever. It feels like rappers who think that like every punchline has to be a metaphor. What happened to just coming out and saying, this is a number one contenders match? The winner of Carmelo Hayes versus AJ Styles will get a match at LA Knight and then build some story into that. All of this, like AJ Styles is hurt, so we've got to read into the subliminalness of that and Andrade and Carmelo Hayes because we're not getting a match 7. Or are we going to get a match 7? I don't like all of the weird story beats that created, whereas you could have just said, here's the number one contenders match to start SmackDown. To me,
that was what it started out with?
Yeah, that's how it started.
Okay.
I saw somebody ask...
also, there was a lot of baddies, but I haven't heard anything about girls yet.
Well, we'll get there. I've got notes is what I'm going off of here.
Okay.
Jazz Dice asked, what happened with the Wyatt Six? Triple H realized that they were boring, and there's really no... Like, you can't continue to bury people that are over with the Wyatt Six. So he's got to go back to the drawing board and figure out who do you pair them with, because he tried to pair them with the... American Made team, and it just ended up getting American Made over.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, all right, can we be done with the Wyatts and start the American Made story? That's what I think happened to the Wyatt Six.
Were they on tonight at all or no?
What's that?
Were they not on tonight?
No. They haven't been on in a while. We're just doing weird video things again.
All right.
Nerdy likes that Run DMC and Slick Rick kind of rap. Every Saturday morning I go to the store and I go home and do my chores. Not at all. Not at all. I study storytelling. I've taken like storytelling classes, so I understand what works and doesn't work with storytelling. And when you overcomplicate storytelling, that's when you get in trouble. Storytelling at its purest form. Look at the best stories of all time. Look at Disney movies. Look at the movies that do the best. There's a clear good guy. There's a clear bad guy. The bad guy presents a problem that the good guy has to overcome, and then the story is the journey. It's the hero's journey. That's the classic story. That story works 9 times out of 10. When you start adding all this other bullshit in, it just gets messy. Especially if you're not, I don't feel like Triple H is clever enough to tie this all in. It just feels like it's trying to be clever for clever's sake. So that happened. What else happened? There was some Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax, Bailey. They all did like a promo situation.
It was like a cutscene.
It was a promo, and basically the gist of that is it looks like Tiffy's gonna cash in. Hopefully, Tiffy cashes in at Bad Blood. It feels like we've gotten to that point that the pot's boiled over. It feels like Bailey was teasing it. It feels like Tiffy was a little upset. And so it to me, it feels like we're primed for the time for Tiffy to cash in on Nia. I hope that she's successful. I hope they don't have Tiffy fail her cash in.
I agree, because I feel like that would just kind of push her down.
Yeah, I hope it's not another one of those like clever things they're trying to do. Let's see. There's 6 to 8 tropes that work best for storytelling, and they're 100%. Yes. Yeah, if you really break down and read like a couple months ago, I took like an online Pixar storytelling class, and it literally breaks down this stuff. Mm-hmm. It breaks down like there are storytelling tropes that really move a story forward, and when you get outside of that, that's when you get in trouble. So that's exactly right.
Like me telling a story, I just go in circles.
Could be why. What is this ballot for, Mike? Who's good with making ballots for voting? What's that? I don't understand what that's.
I don't know.
I'm confused.
I just realized Roman. Is that Roman or Seth Rollins?
Where? Behind me?
You, yeah.
It's Roman. Right?
Yeah.
That's a Roman Reigns
I think so,
match.
yeah.
Let's see. Oh, you missed the dumpster match, Lauren.
Oh, I missed the
You missed
dumpster
the
match.
Trashville dumpster
What
match.
happened?
So this is funny, right? Because I think there's going to be a lot of people online who shit on this match.
Okay.
Because the optics were literally, it was a wrestling match with a dumpster next to the ring. I think that a lot of people thought that this might, travel out to the backstage or have some cinematics, but this was straight up just in the ring. Good match. I mean, I'm never upset in wrestling when we do something just for the sake of being over the top and funny. And Chelsea Green is the epitome of doing, over the top funny shit. This was good. It was some good spots.
She was wearing like a lime green outfit?
No, she was wearing like a construction, like a trash worker outfit.
Okay.
It was cool. She had a trash bag skirt, a real big trash bag skirt. She had on like the little things that clamp and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And Meechin kind of looks like a military type person or something.
Yeah, Meechin, what do you call it? Yeah, had on camo and like a tan shirt.
And sports tape.
So I said she needed like color. I feel like she does better with color.
For sure.
But here's this is the question I wanted to ask, because
how come Chelsea Green didn't make the baddie list?
So that was a point of contention. That was definitely a point of contention. You got to take that up with Wavy D. Take that up with your commissioner, Wavy D. Commissioner of the baddies, Wavy D. We have a concern. We have a concerned citizen of the CWC who wants to know why Chelsea Green was not on. I think, and I don't want to speak for Wavy D, but he said great Halloween costume, not baddie worthy.
Okay.
Oh,
I
damn.
can see it. What happened?
We too deep going for the throat. He said because Wavy D is a fascist.
Those are some fancy talking words.
Big talking words. But no, the question I wanted to ask, ask chat tonight was,
okay,
can Chelsea Green ever be a world champion? I see Bobby said Chelsea was robbed. I just like
a comedic one. I think so for sure.
But that's my question. That's what's leading to the question. We haven't seen a comedic world champion in a long time. We've never seen one under Triple H. Does Triple H have the faith in Chelsea Green to be a world champion? And to be a world champion, does Chelsea Green have to drop the comedy? That's the question. That's what I want to know.
I don't think that she has to drop the comedy. I think that's what makes her appealing and not just another pretty girl. It's why I like her and I like to watch her, is because I kind of don't know what she's going to do, and it's refreshing.
And that's great. And that's why she does great in the middle of the show. But can she be a world champion? Can she be because you remember, when you're world champion, now you're going to have to start working with like the Charlottes and the Becky Lynches, and you don't get to just work the Meechins in the middle of the card where you can play up the comedy bit. When you're world champion, you got to get in there with Bianca Belair and Bayley and those people. And I don't know can she find that right balance between comedy and actually being like a legitimate champion?
I mean, this could be totally crazy, but I'm going to say it. Isn't that kind of like what Big E was going through? That he was kind of like the champion, but he was funny. And
but you're talking about Vince McMahon. You're talking about the Vince McMahon era, where Vince McMahon was willing to have some comedic champions, I believe, or champions. I don't know that Big E was necessarily a comedic champion as much as Big E was a charismatic champion. But I was always extremely critical of Big E's title run. That I didn't feel like, I thought he needed to drop the comedy because he had the ability to be physically imposing. And as a world champion, I just don't know how far comedy goes as a world champion. How long can you be a world champion and still, you could be comedic behind the scenes, but when the bell rings and you're in one of those top 3 PLE matches, can you really do it? That's what I'm asking.
I think so, even if it's for a short term, because there could be a story of like how it got taken away or something, and then she's constantly trying to get it back.
So Bobby Sherwood says, I feel like Chelsea would be the best Money in the Bank winner, whether she wins her cash or not. So I feel like she's a great Money in the Bank winner. I think, but ultimately, don't you feel like she's the prime candidate to win Money in the Bank and then cash in and fail? Doesn't it feel like that's the world we live in with Chelsea Green, where where it's ultimately more fun to see her fail and to see her be upset and to see her be a Karen than it is to see her win and be an actual champion. Wavy D says Randy was originally fighting that Chelsea was worthy. Wait, but Tiffany is in first. We're using government names and shit now. Chelsea, We Too Deep says Chelsea is definitely a world champion with a correct booking. Her Karen gimmick back. Bring her Karen and have her complain at having to defend the title, and I'll just have to force her into defending the title. I agree. I'm not saying it can't work. I'm saying, are we in a world where that is a realistic thing? Is Triple H willing or even creative enough to create the storyline that Chelsea can be comedic? Because I don't think he is. I don't think he has those juices to create a storyline where Chelsea is a comedic champion.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Who would be better as a champion, Liv Morgan or Chelsea Green?
So I think story involves everything, right? I think that Liv Morgan is taken as more of a credible threat because of the way she's booked. If she wasn't part
of the stuff with Dom right now.
That's it's an unfair way to talk. Now you're just talking about take two people, put them side by side. My concern is not Chelsea Green. I've seen Chelsea Green wrestle outside of WWE. She has every intangible it takes to be a champion. What Mike is saying here is they're giving Chelsea TV time. That's got to be for a reason. That's the argument I'm making. She's so good at not needing the title. She's so good at being comedic. She's so good at the things like dumpster matches. Do you see a world where Triple H ever feels the need to put the title on her? I'm not saying that she can't be a champion.
She said herself, like, as long as she's being talked about, as long as she's on the show, she understands not everybody can be champion. There's that one person, and if she can just make herself relevant, then she's happy.
But that's not what I'm asking. I understand. So everybody's misconstrued. I understand what she said. I understand that her thought is being on TV is all that matters. That's great. I agree with that. Championships are bullshit at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. But I'm asking, are we in a world where Chelsea Green can be champion right now?
No.
So that's what I'm asking.
That answer's no.
And so Wavy D saying, I'd rather see Chelsea's championship gimmick on a mid-card title. I think she is the ultimate first mid-card champion. I think we introduced the mid-card championship I wanted tonight. I thought it would be great if when she got thrown into the dumpster, mm-hmm. she came up with like a women's Intercontinental Championship belt. Like she found it in the dumpster. Champion. And so then next week she claims that she didn't lose because she found a title in the dumpster and now she's the rightful owner of like the women's Intercontinental Championship. That to me, that would have been great. I think that could be fun.
They're just not that creative, Dustin.
I see Bobby saying she could have a short title reign. She could be transitional. I do think that she could be a transitional champion between two champions. I think that's the world we live in, where she could win the belt, complain about it for a month or two, while other people kind of complain that she's not defending, and then quickly lose the title and we move on. She could have found a belt from Toys R Us. That would have been funny. That actually would have been. I thought because if you remember, like callback, the 24/7 title was thrown away in a trash can. I thought it would have been hilarious if she found it in the dumpster.
Oh, that would have actually.
And then just claimed to be the 24/7 champion. Like WWE doesn't acknowledge that it exists, but she just walks around claiming to be the 24/7 champion, which then she should have taken the 24/7 championship and turned that into a mid-card title. Like upgraded it, changed the name, done things like that. Yes, We Too Deep says, I also said, and I quote, if Tiffany makes it, they're still fighting over, I told you, a lot of contention in the baddie list tonight.
Sounds like there was a lot going on.
There's a lot of contention.
Not going to lie. I feel a little left out.
You missed a good one. Like we were back to having fun. Like Smackdown, there was even a point in time during the main event that Smackdown was so good that it got quiet, but Wavy D and We Too Deep were fighting about something, and everybody's like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? So that kind of happened. But yeah, the speed titles need to be thrown in the trash. I had forgot there's even speed titles.
Are those still going on?
Yeah, there are still speed titles. Mm-hmm. Brothers B&B Contreras, sports entertainment guy. Shout out to everyone in the chat, including the casual wrestling. Keep up the good work on the channel. Appreciate it. And shout out from the South Bronx. What's up, man? Let's talk about Baddie of the Night, since that seems to be that's where the conversation is going.
Baddie of the Night.
Oh, this is closer than I thought it was gonna be.
Is it?
Yes, it's definitely closer than I thought it was gonna be.
We have a total of 24 polling votes.
24 votes.
Did you vote?
I did not vote.
Oh, because you can't vote or
I
something.
can't
right?
vote unless I get on my phone, and when we're talking and stuff, I don't have time to get on my phone, so I didn't vote. All right.
I voted pre-looking at everybody, and I think I might have changed my vote.
Okay, so do you just tell me what you so
I was kind of like when I was looking for Chelsea Green's outfit, then I saw what Naomi was wearing. I thought Naomi looked good today. I didn't get to see what Bianca wore yet.
Yeah, well,
I'll get there.
Okay.
We already know your vote.
It's not even a question. All right, so with 8% of the vote, somebody decided to throw a bone to Naomi. Naomi picked up 4th place. Everybody's in contention that Naomi's on this list. I would.
Wait, who else was on the list? I don't remember everybody. Who?
So it was Bianca, Jade, Naomi, and Tiffany. And if I think I'm correct, I think they want Chelsea in the place of Naomi tonight. But I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad. I thought Naomi looked better than normal.
What was Jade wearing? And Bianca,
her normal Jade shit. Her and Bianca look normal. Like, I mean, they hold a high standard. I threw out a petition. You know how like in the NFL and stuff, they have like the Walter Payton Man of the Year award? Mm-hmm. I think it's unfair. Bianca's gonna win every night she's on TV. Don't.
Not if Tiffany Stratton's there.
She was there tonight, and
well,
and there was a lot of love for Tiffany Stratton, and she still couldn't beat our girl Bianca Belair.
God damn it! Did she win against Knight?
We'll get there. I have put in a petition. I will talk to Wavy D. Wavy D is the commissioner, of course. I will put in a petition.
She's the GOAT.
To name the award the Bianca Belair Baddie of the Night and the trophy be Bianca Belair, and then she's no longer eligible to win.
I mean, she has won a lot. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be a hater.
So with 25% of the vote, 3rd place was Jade Cargill.
Oh, what happened 3 minutes ago? Who messed up the algorithm?
I
Tiffany
wasn't
Stratton was in 1st place up to 3 minutes ago.
Well,
I think that you're cheating,
So
Dustin.
number one, I didn't look at it 3 minutes ago. I'm looking at it right now. Mm-hmm. And what I see right now is Tiffany Stratton has 29% of the vote, and Bianca Belair has 38% of the vote. So I don't know if y'all know how math works, but that's more than one vote. That's definitely more than one vote. So Bianca definitely winner of the Baddie of the Night award tonight. Once again, was that 4? Is she 4 time? Mm-hmm. 4-time Baddie of the Night.
10 times, then you got to be retired, right?
We said what?
10 times.
Is it 10? So here's the problem. I'll call this right now, right? We're doing a Bad Blood post show tomorrow night. We're going to have Baddie of the Night from Bad Blood. I'll call it right now. Bianca's going to win. Like, are we questioning that?
We'll see.
Do we really think?
How about this? If she wins again tomorrow night, then we can call it the Bianca Baddie of the Night.
That's fine.
Okay. You agree?
I mean, it's up to Wavy D. It's not up to us. Wavy D's commissioner.
What, thoughts?
Huh?
I thought Bianca's makeup was great, but Jade's hair and outfit, I can't freaking find them. You're my researcher.
You just have to pull up the YouTube TV feed and just scroll through till you find them.
Go look at the things.
That's a lot of analyzing, Wavy D.
What did he say?
About the makeup and the outfits.
He looks at the total package. You know, he's doing dual diligence.
I just look and I go, there's Bianca.
His thing.
That's the winner. That's how me and We Too Deep do it.
Whatever.
29%. Oh yeah, no, so it's not changing. Are we gonna close this out? Yeah, Wavy be doing too much. I agree. We're gonna close this poll out because the last thing I want to do tonight is a community poll on who's gonna win these Bad Blood matches because they're so 50-50 to me.
Are you voting on each one of them?
Yeah, well, I'm going to throw them up real quick. All right, so let's do a quick bad blood poll here before we get out of here. First one I'm going to throw up is...
I'm kind of excited because I need a recap on
what the matches are.
Mm-hmm.
I have them written down on the bottom here. Punk versus Drew. Let's do that one.
Punk versus Drew?
Yeah. Where's the... I didn't mean QA. Let's do
Let's go.
a poll. Punk versus Drew.
I never been with a better.
Punk. Drew. All right.
Are they wearing green tonight?
Who's that? No, Bianca had on pink.
Oh man, I still haven't found it.
They were in a segment with Naomi. It was before Bailey went out to the ring, if that's what you're looking at.
Okay.
Wavy D say that this is a complex system, and that that's why I appointed him.
I'm going with my feeling. I'm going Punk
as commissioner. I appointed him as commissioner.
I just go with the way that I feel, and that's where my votes go.
Oh, this is interesting.
What?
Yeah, there's a lot of CM Punk love here.
I think it's CM Punk. It's what I foresee.
This is the one I think I'm most sure on. I think Drew has to win this.
I'm going to go CM Punk.
Damn, that's crazy.
Because I think it helps the storyline continue, and it's a pretty interesting storyline.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that coming.
All right, so we're official?
I'll close out in just a second.
5.
What does Starry say?
4.
We appreciate you being willing to make the tough calls, Wavy. Yep, we do.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
Somebody
has to be commissioner.
Somebody's got to make the decisions.
Look. It's in every sport. Adam
Take
Silver.
It up with management, you know.
It's Adam Silver in the NBA. It's what's his? I forgot the guy's name in the NFL. But everybody, there's a commissioner of every league, and it's not an easy job. Somebody's always going to be upset. Bobby thinks Drew gets screwed again.
Mm-hmm. Because I think that it's going to feed into his anger, and then he's going to come back with a vengeance.
I just think here's the problem. To me, it fucking destroys the narrative of CM Punk coming back to put people over. And if CM Punk comes back and he steps on Drew McIntyre in the rubber match, that's hard for me to believe. All right, I'm in that poll. 57% say that CM Punk is going to win that match. That's wild to me. I did not see that.
I vote with the people. All right, what's the next match? I don't even know all the matches, honestly.
I'm putting it up right now.
I feel like it came so fast. It was just
That's what she said.
Oh, God. Whatever.
Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. What are we thinking on this one?
Oh, it's just a little leprechaun.
I'm interested to see.
I'm going to go Damian Priest.
He's beating a duck out of Punk.
It's Damian all the way. I really want... It's so stupid. I want Finn Balor to dress up like a leprechaun one day.
That's not happening. That's not happening. Oh, we got some Finn love, though. 67% so far for Damian Priest. 33 or 29% now for Finn Balor. Give it a couple more seconds.
I want Demon Finn back.
Yeah, Demon Finn's not bad. I do believe that the winner of this match, it's going to be the opposite for Rhea and Liv. So if Damian wins this match, that means Rhea's losing. If Finn wins this match, that means that Liv is losing. To me, I feel like there's going to be 50-50 booking for the judge. Yeah, someone, like Mike says, someone from the Judgment Day is losing tomorrow. It's just a matter of who it is. Unfortunately, here's my gut. Do you remember when we watched Punk versus Drew in history until we know who's going to win? But my guts tell me this will definitely be CM Casual. I think Drew wins this. I really do. Finn makes sense, especially with the new members being added to the Judgment Day. I think there's a chance that Finn Balor could win this and that Rhea wins. But Community Speaks says Damian Priest in that one.
I guess I should be writing this down, right?
No. I'll
remember? Because you're that smart.
Yeah, I'll remember.
Darn.
All right, we got Rhea
and Liv
versus Liv.
I'm just going with my first intuition. That's usually when I do best. Then I start to overanalyze it, and then I just know it does not work. Damian and Rhea. Rhea.
Yeah. So this is the weird thing, right? If I would have voted Damian in the last one, so I think Liv. I think there's more. I always say there's more juice in the orange in this story, right? It's not, we're not done. We haven't squeezed it completely out. I think that Dom gets involved through the cage or something, drops something, or the rest of Judgment Day. Somehow there's going to be some shenanigans with the shark cage. Unless they're ready to move on. There, you see that? Look at that. Bobby said the same thing. Dom's going to drop something from the cage. That's what I felt like.
I didn't think about that, but
I felt like somehow he's going to have an advantage from the cage or something. Something's going to happen. There's shenanigans involved in this match, and I think Liv continues, and I believe this storyline continues. I don't know. I don't think they're ready to pull the trigger on whatever's next for Rhea quite yet.
All right.
Which I still don't know.
The people have spoken.
What's going to be for Rhea? So what do we got here? 50. Ooh, this one's close to call though.
What is it?
This one we're saying 57% for Rhea, 43% for Liv Morgan.
All right, we're going Rhea.
I could see Raquel. I definitely could see Raquel coming back at this point.
Did she ever get her stuff figured out?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I kind of watched her videos and stuff. I mean, that sucks.
It's wild, just all of a sudden to.
It happens.
Let's see. All right, we got Bailey.
My hands, Lieutenant Dan.
Bailey still a baddie versus
Nia
Jax. This is the one I think I'm most sure on.
It's Nia Jax.
It's got to be Nia, but I guess I should have put a third option that
cash in.
Yeah, is Tiffy cashing in?
Yeah,
I think I ultimately believe this is the point. This is the right time to pull the trigger. I think that Tiffy should cash in, and I think we should build towards, let's do Charlotte and Tiffy at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I think it's time. Let's pull the trigger on Tiffy. Let's go for it. Raquel is returning to be the muscle of JD. That would be fun. I could see Raquel Rodriguez joining the Judgment Day.
How tall is JD?
Well, I think they're referencing Judgment Day, but you're referencing the big-headed JD.
Yeah,
McDonough,
but how
right?
tall is he? Because
he's not very tall. He's definitely not very tall.
Is he that word that I'm not allowed
Nope,
to say?
don't say that word. Don't say that word. He's not, though.
Might start with an M.
Bobby says, honestly, don't care. Nia wins and Tiffy cashes in. Charlotte comes and stares down Tiffy. Like it. I think that is.
Do we have an ETA on when Charlotte and Becky are coming back? Are they coming back? When are they coming back?
I think Charlotte is. I think the rumor on Charlotte, she's good to go.
Was she hurt?
Seth Rollins showed back up on Monday, which means if Becky's coming back, it could be.
Was she just taking a break? I mean, it's been so long since I've seen them. I don't remember exactly what happened.
What's that?
Was Becky Lynch just taking a break? I don't remember why she left.
I mean, she kind of alluded to possibly being done, I think.
Forever?
There were some pictures that were kind of her back, which kind of signals had a good run, I'm done.
Yeah.
Mike says Bailey wins due to a cash-in by Tiff, sets up Nia versus Tiffy to make Tiffy babyface going into Mania.
That could be interesting.
It's a different theory. I think that she becomes babyface just by cashing in on Nia.
Because she's Tiffany Stratton.
What is everybody say? Everybody's saying.
I want Barbie Tiffy back though.
So we're split on that one too. That's interesting.
What was the final one?
57% for Nia, 42%.
I've chosen the right one every time.
For Bailey. All right, last one here. This is the main event, which is
Cody,
Roman, and Cody, or Solo and Jacob. Or we're gonna just add an option that says The Rock shows up, so who cares who wins? Must contain. All right, I'll just go back to that. All right, there we go. Last one.
All right.
This is one I have no clue what happens here.
The Rock showing up.
So it feels like this being the main event, it feels like it can't just, but I mean, are you not going to have, the problem becomes, is Roman ever going to be not the main event? Because he's still Roman. He's still Roman Reigns. Like, as much as we want CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, this is still Roman Reigns. I could still see a world where Rock doesn't show up and it's just Roman there. But I think, I think if Rock shows up and Roman and Cody wins, okay, I can see that. We're split right down the middle here, 33% all the way down.
Oh my gosh, is there a tiebreaker?
No, we don't need a tiebreaker because I think a lot of this is, The Rock showing up was an option. I think that skewed a lot of it.
I chose The Rock was showing up.
It's going to be fun, though. It's going to be a fun premium live event.
Yeah, because I agree with you 100%. Like, I voted with my feelings, but I don't really know exactly what's going to happen.
I like that it starts early.
What time does it start?
It's an early start. I think it's 6 o'clock for us, I believe.
Nice, very nice.
I'll have to double check. We Too Deep keeps telling me. He's definitely keeping me informed, but I'll still forget.
At the time?
Yeah. He already says he remember new starting time. But it'll be fun. We'll do an after show about 5 minutes after the show ends. We'll talk about whatever happened. No, 5 o'clock Central Time. It's 5 o'clock our time,
5
Lauren.
o'clock our time. Okay.
6 p.m. Eastern.
I'm
See, I was
horrible
still going to be an hour late. They've
at
told me.
knowing time.
We Too Deep's told me at least 3 times, and I was still going to be an hour late to see what happened here.
I just asked Siri.
What's that?
I asked Siri, because I convinced myself that I know the time, and then I second guess, is that the right time, or wait, is there a different time?
So Wavy D said, hear me out. At War Games, we get Lyra Valkyria, Zelina Vega, Dancing Girls, which is great description, by the way, because I knew immediately what he meant. Dancing Girls is the official name for them as of now, versus the Stud Line and a new member at War Games. I like it. Because there's actually absolutely nothing. Huh?
Who are the Dancing Girls?
You don't know who the Dancing Girls are. Think right now.
The ones that shoot the stuff out?
Yeah, definitely. They're the Dancing Girls, like the party girls.
Yeah, the ones that shoot the stuff out, right?
The smoke.
And then I said I think it's weird because one has super long shorts and the other one wears a totally different outfit.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think that they belong together.
You don't think they belong together?
Yeah, just it doesn't. They don't seem cohesively as dressed as a team. I like when they have matching outfits.
Don't do it.
Why?
Wavy D.
Lauren, here's your last chance, midget.
Oh shit!
Super
Don't. You
Don't
can't do
encourage
that. Wavy crazy for that.
Oh, that was the funnest
What
time
did
of my life right there.
What did Sports Entertainment say? Here's the question. We know this is the main event, and we know The Rock shows up, but who's The Rock? I think that's the exciting point. That's how we started the show, was kind of with that conversation of even assuming, right? If The Rock's in Atlanta right now, and we all assume that he's showing up, the exciting part is we have no clue what he does, where his allegiance lies, what happens when he shows up. That's why it's going to be fun. It'll be fun. Coming out, I'm excited because it's always fun to do a post show when we're going to be coming out of fucking chaos, and we'll have I can have now that I've got my TV over here, I can have the post show playing while we're talking, so we can kind of talk about what happens there.
Yes, sir. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Wavy D, they're continuing. That's his money because of sneaky league belt.
I'm real confused. You can explain it to me later.
All right. That's all I got tonight, guys. We'll pick it up tomorrow. We'll pick it up with the post show for Bad Blood. Thank you guys for hanging out. Next week we got a Raw after show. We've got the first episode of the Mike and D Casual Sports Entertainment Show. Will be next Tuesday. Lots of cool shit going on
at
there.
7, right?
Yeah, at 7, same time.
Okay.
Just going to be different.
So 9 on Mondays,
different topics.
Tuesday 7.
Wednesday's the Nerdy D Pod, where shit flies off the rails, and then Friday will be another Smackdown post show. But that's all I've got for now. The party never stops. Join the Discord if you aren't already there. Like, share, and comment on this video. Lauren, ring the final bell.
Do you hear that?